What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Spread here on the Land Grant Gauntlets Facebook page. This is not Chris Ross, obviously. My name is Brady Trantham, and I hope Chris is happy because I did shave for this, so let's have a little bit of fun. If you haven't really caught on yet, this is just kind of our way of kind of getting more content out there to everybody, trying to increase discussion with everybody that follows us, which thank you if you follow us. We all appreciate that. Just another way for us to get content out there for everybody that, if you're on your lunch break or something, a little bit more fun than just reading it on your phone or reading it on your computer. Probably if you're at work, you probably can't since everything's blocked, but oh well, this is us trying to do something new. But everybody, welcome to the Daily Spread. We've actually got some news today in the recruiting worlds. Two new commitments to TCU, one to TCU, one to Baylor. Esteban Avila, three-star guard out of Grand Prairie, Texas, committed to TCU. And with Baylor is now, it's a weird spelled name, so I apologize if I screw it up too bad, Baylor fans. Elijah Hall, I'm going to assume that's how you pronounce it. Elijah Hall out of Bryan, Texas, committed to Baylor. Our recruiting coordinator, Patrick Mayhorn, he's already got articles up on the website, so everybody give that a look. Patrick does an excellent job keeping up with recruiting, and I mean, if you've ever tried to follow recruiting, even for the school, just the school that you root for, it's a pain in the neck. So following it for 10 schools, I'm sure, is quite the pain in the neck. So thank you, Patrick, for all that you do for us. We appreciate that. With recruiting, we're trying to really retool our recruiting page on the website to have individual team pages. Patrick and Chris are working really hard on that. So give that a look. Follow your team, whoever you root for: OU, OSU, Texas, TCU, West Virginia, what have you. Check that all out. It's a lot of great, interesting stuff. Patrick's even trying to get some interviews with some of these recruits for next season and the following season. So look for that. That's the recruiting. Actually, let's see. Something keeps popping up. It's distracting me. Sorry. But anyway, other than recruiting, we do have a little bit of a special, I guess, tease for today. If you're an OSU fan, you're really going to like the new t-shirt that we've got coming out pretty soon. I've actually seen it. I finally got to see it today or yesterday. I can't really remember. I've lost track of time. But if you're an OSU fan or you consider yourself a coffee mug aficionado, you're going to like this t-shirt. So just look for that. Hopefully I get to see a lot of OSU fans rocking it, because if I was an OSU fan, I'd definitely rock it. It's a pretty cool t-shirt, and I think even non-OSU fans can appreciate it. So just stick here at the Land Grant Gauntlet. I'm sure when it's available, Chris, me, or whoever else is going to let you guys all know that it's available out there. So stay tuned for that. Also, for the last day or so, we've been throwing out that we're looking for contributors. So anybody that's thinking that they'd like to get into sports writing at all, we're a great place to kind of get your feet wet. I did with this website 2 years ago, and it's certainly been a huge help to me. So thank you, Chris, for everything that you've done for me. I appreciate that. But even if it's just not writing, if you have video experience, audio experience, anything to do with that kind of spectrum, we're always looking for help. And I'm kind of the video audio guy, and I'm also learning. I'm also learning as we go along. So anybody that's actually been trained how to do that, or you've been educated how to do that, we'd all greatly appreciate that. So just something to share with you guys. We're always willing to bring on people to help out, and we're a really tight-knit, good team, and we don't necessarily forget about a lot of hard work that people do for the website. So just something to share with you guys. So if you're interested, follow me on Twitter at Brady Does Sports, Chris Ross, the Land Grant Gauntlet at the LGG. Let us know, DM us, and we'll try and get that squared away and get you on board. So, but that's all the kind of the bullet point stuff. The big news today out of the Big 12 is actually right here in my hometown of Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's pro day was today, and a lot of the headlines and obviously a lot of the eyeballs were going to be on Joe Mixon. Didn't get the invite to the combine, more than likely because of his past, the 2014 incident when he punched a girl in a deli down at Campus Corner down in Norman, which for obviously you all know the story. He got his punishment for the year, sat out for that his true freshman year, came back his redshirt freshman year, played the following year, which just ended, and now he declared for the draft. Didn't get the invite to the combine, didn't get a chance to show off the scouts, but today he certainly stole all the headlines. The guy was every bit of the freakish athlete that OU fans, Big 12 fans, and some college football fans have found out over the last two years. Believe he ran a 4.39 40 at his first try. I don't know if he got I don't know if he did it twice, but the first report was a 4.39, and I think it officially rounded out to a 4.4 40, which is insane considering guy's 220 pounds, 6'2", just huge. To move that quickly is that's first round talent. Now it's always going to come down to if a GM, coach, ran just once, thanks Chris. If a GM or a coach is willing to take on the kind of the bad publicity, the initial bad publicity that's going to come with the Joe Mixon, considering how the NFL's been trying to take a stand, quote unquote, on domestic violence. And even though this wasn't a case of domestic violence, it's still violence against women. So it all kind of falls under the same umbrella when you're dealing with athletes. So I guess what I'm trying to say is Joe Mixon's first round talent probably was never in question on the field. And it certainly came about today at OU's pro day when he had, I think it was a 35-inch vertical, 4.4 40, just an insane athlete. So whoever drafts him, if Joe can keep his nose clean, out of the, not get into trouble ever again, whoever drafts him is going to have a pretty good running back for the next 5 to 6 years. Fingers crossed. I don't really wish anything bad on the kid, but it was really fun to watch him on the field for the last 2 years, and I hope we all get to see him play more in the NFL for years to come. Other than Joe Mixon, Dede Westbrook, who kind of infamously didn't run his 40 at the combine for whatever reason. I've heard some rumors kind of leak out from sources here and there, but I don't necessarily want to get into that. But today he certainly showed off the speed that Big 12 and OU fans saw this past year when he became Oklahoma's first Blitnikoff winner in school history. Ran a 4.3 40 flat, just incredible. Like there's a little clip of him running on Twitter here. Just kind of searched it out or Google it up, and the guy's fast. But again, it's never been a question with his speed. It's always been a question of his durability. He's pretty skinny, pretty on the light side, so he's obviously going to be very, very fast. It's just going to come down to if he can take the punishment of an NFL wide receiver. But he certainly has the speed to be a top-notch receiver. I know the Dallas Cowboys kind of were one of the main teams kind of interviewing him at the combine. So if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, that's pretty exciting to know that you have Zeke Elliott in the backfield, Dak Prescott under center, well, in the shotgun. No one runs under center anymore. Des Bryant out wide, Cole Beasley in the slot, and then if they can get Dede Westbrook, that's going to be a very deadly offense. But usually when teams interview players at the combine, they hardly are ever the ones that draft them. So, it's a long way until the draft. So let's curb our enthusiasm there, Dallas Cowboy fans. Probably the biggest surprise from OU's Pro Day was Jordan Evans, the middle linebacker for the Oklahoma Sooners. He ran a 4.5 40, which I didn't get a chance to check it out more, but I initially saw that if this was at the combine, it would be the second fastest 40 amongst all linebackers. And if you follow Jordan Evans' career going back to his days at Norman North, here in Oklahoma, in Norman, obviously, he used to be a safety in high school, put on weight, put on some muscle when he got to OU, and became a linebacker. So he's always had that athletic speed that you don't generally see out of your run-of-the-mill middle linebacker. So the 4.5 was still, considering all that, was pretty surprising. And again, it's never been a speed thing with Jordan Evans. The guy has really excellent sideline to sideline speed. it's just going to come down to if he can, just like D.D. Westbrook, handle the punishment in the trenches in the NFL. It's just a completely different game than college football, especially going from the Big 12, which doesn't necessarily run a lot of power offenses. In the NFL, it's more of a man's game. Even though the I formation is gone away, sadly. I miss the I formation. Hashtag bring back the I formation. But other than that, I guess the other big thing out of OU's Pro Day was Samaje Perine. His 40 actually increased. Let's see, it was a 4.59 40, which is really good news considering he ran a 4.7 40. And no, everybody kind of knows with Perine, you're not going to get a blazing Olympic speedster. With him, it's just more of a consistency thing. He doesn't fumble. He seems to always fall forward, always picks up chunks of yardage here and there. He's going to be an excellent backup running back in the NFL, I think, and it really depends on what team he goes to. If he goes to Cleveland, obviously, you're probably never going to hear from him again. Cleveland or Jacksonville are pretty much the black hole of the NFL, so let's hope he doesn't go to those two. But, yeah, that was pretty much OU's Pro Day. Anything else, if I've missed it, obviously hit me up. And I know when this goes up on the page, please don't forget to share or like. That really helps us out. And I don't necessarily want to see my face all over a timeline, but hey, it helps out the website. So that's what the important thing is. So share or like. And once we get, more consistent with this, hopefully we get some people to kind of ask us questions here and there, make some comments. It makes it more fun. So just look out for that, everybody. But I guess that is probably going to wrap it up unless I've missed something, Chris. I think I pretty much hit all the bullet points. Just keep checking out the website for recruiting, for content, for news. Well, actually, I did forget. The judge in the Baylor case involving the 10 women that have claimed to have been raped, and one of them I think was dealing with a football player at Baylor. The judge ruled that the case could continue, which basically is just going to mean that the prosecutors can now start interviewing victims, alleged accusers. So basically, this is just kind of the beginning of that, and the judge is just saying, let's start it up and get it over with. So hopefully that will, whatever. I mean, hopefully the truth comes out. And I mean, obviously at this point, if everything is true, then the damage is already done. We can just hope that those victims kind of this is the beginning of their path of moving on and basically trying to get their lives back in order. And so thoughts and prayers for all of them. Everybody from the Land Grant Gauntlet, I'm sure, shares those sentiments. So just keep checking out Land Grant Gauntlet for Baylor news here and there, recruiting, OU Pro Day stuff. If anything else comes out, I'm sure we'll be able to put something up rather quickly. But other than that, everybody, just wanted to tell you all thank you so much for joining and watching me and listening to me talk. Kind of fun. I'm looking forward to doing this pretty much off and on with Chris. He'll do it a few days. I'll do it a few days, every day during lunch. So everybody, thank you so much for joining the Land Grant Gauntlet's Daily Spread. And my name is Brady Trantham. And don't forget, it's the Big 12 versus the world. So y'all have a good day.